Will Alberta remain in Canada or seek independence? That was on the minds of delegates at the UCP's annual general meeting. But it will likely make its way to the ballot box in the next provincial election. The Premier is under increasing pressure to move the separatist agenda forward, while at the same time, a petition calling for MLAs to vote on whether to remain in Canada has just been certified by Elections Alberta. Kevin Green reports.
A standing ovation for Premier Smith Monday from energy contractors happy with the recent memorandum of agreement with Ottawa, a far cry from the reception it got from members of her own party at the weekend AGM.
I hope people today feel a lot more confident that Canada works than they did a couple of days ago.
In fact, the biggest cheers at the convention went to Alberta Separatists, which the party president says now make up the majority of UCP members.
I would say that probably more than half of our membership actively support the idea of an independent Alberta.
The Premier doesn't buy that. Is your party now a separatist party?
No.
Danielle Smith says there's a place in her mind for Alberta inside Confederation, but admits it's not an easy sell to some in her party.
I've always said my job is to tell people that Canada works and show them that it works, and to get more people to understand that we can have our own sovereign areas of jurisdiction within a united Canada. So I got a little more work to do.
Political scientist Dwayne Bratt says Smith is trying to play both sides, but that can't last.
She keeps using the phrase sovereign Alberta and a united Canada because that seems to appeal to both sides. But at a certain point, she's going to have to pick a side.
That could come sooner than she wanted. Monday, Elections Alberta said the Forever Canadian petition is certified. Its founder wants it to force a vote in the legislature. The Justice Minister says Cabinet will meet to plan next steps, but Thomas Lukaszuk expects Smith will push it to a referendum to appease her independence wing.
Now she has to save her political hide and give them a referendum, but she can only blame it on herself.
Smith is being squeezed on both sides of the separation question. The leader of the Alberta Republican Party says if Smith doesn't stand up in the legislature and say she supports the majority of her party wanting to separate, she should say she's quitting.
I think if you're the leader of a party and you don't identify with the clear majority of what your membership is aligned with, then maybe you're leading the wrong parade.
Kevin joins us from McDougall Centre tonight downtown. Kevin, it seems like the separation question is quickly ramping up to be one of the defining questions of Danielle Smith's leadership.
Tara, this morning when I spoke with political scientist Dwayne Bratt, he compared it to COVID in that he said at the time Jason Kenney faced that divisive issue there and tried to appease both sides of the fence, and it eventually cost him his job. He says the same thing could happen to Danielle Smith as she tries to appease the separatist wing of her party while trying to appear more moderate to the wider electorate. Terry Smith's press secretary said she will introduce legislation this week to clarify what she means by a sovereign Alberta within a united Canada. That, he says, could come as early as tomorrow. Back to you.
Okay, Kevin, thank you.